Hey guys, I'm Summer from server 149, and I'm making a really quick video to explain what happens in season 2 of Lost Sea. A lot of people have questions and it seems a bit confusing. There are a lot of videos that explaining what happens in this season, and I'm making a really quick one to explain the basics of this. This is by no means an advanced guide, but just for the people who are a bit confused and to help you get started. So as you can see, in this season you have these two new tiles, cactuses and sapphire. And to capture these tiles, you need virus resistance. So if you select any of them, it will show whether you have, whether you can capture something or you can't. Like number 13 is what I cannot at this moment. I don't have the required virus resistance. And for example, this one I can, right? So sufficient virus resistance plus 49.7%. This means that when I attack this tile, I do approximately 50% damage of my full damage capability. So capturing tiles is like a mixture of how much first march power you have and how much resistance you have. And the resistance is what matters the most, because that determines how much usable power you have while trying to capture a tile. If you have enough resistance or barely enough resistance to be able to capture a tile, let's go to 12 tile, right? So this is here. Let's get to 12. Yeah. So as you can see, this is like high resistance, and it's difficult for me to capture. So one thing that you can do is you can ask any of your alliance mates who have high resistance to help you out with capturing one of these tiles. They can be tag teamed as long as you start the tag first and they join in. But one thing to kind of keep in mind is that this season is really hard on fuel. It's really tough on fuel. So everyone's a bit stretched thin. So if you're barely able to, or like unable to capture a tile and you need help, I would advise that you take help for just one tile, so you get that one tile into your bucket, and then work on the other things so that you are able to capture the rest of the tiles by yourself. So now to get into how many tiles you have to capture and such. Okay, so ideally, a good ratio is like a 2:1 ratio of 2 cactuses and 1 sapphire. It would vary based on your goals. Maybe you want more sapphire crystals, or maybe you want more cactuses, so you can switch that around. This is what I have right now. I have 112 sapphire and the rest 11 level sand souls. I think around 20 sand souls, and the rest are sapphire for me. So I'm keeping a bit more sand souls than sapphire at the moment, but a lot of people would also maybe go the other way. So it depends on you. What it depends, I will explain now. So when you capture these give you an output of cactus and sapphire yields per hour, right? You can see it here at the corner. And what are they used for? They're used for the new buildings that you have. So there are a few buildings which are exclusive and new to season 2, and I'll just go over the important ones for this video, or at least to keep it short. So the ones which we'll talk about are the virus labs and land agency. So capturing a virus lab and leveling up gives you resistance to viruses. Each level gives you plus 30 resistance, and each level up on the land agency gives you 1 extra tile to capture. So ideally, you would want to keep this a little bit balanced. I know this is like a little bit low for me. I messed up a bit, but ideally you would want to keep them a little balanced. So if you go to each of these, let's look at the land agency. So you'll see land agency needs more sapphires and very less sand souls. And the other one, the other building, which is the lab, is the opposite. Upgrading a lab requires more sand soul, more sand souls, excuse me, and less sapphire. So that's the reason typically people would keep a little bit higher ratio of sand souls and a few less sapphire, because they're like more virus labs. But the sooner you get more tiles, the faster you move. So that's the reason why land agency is so important. You would really want to, focus on leveling this one up fast. So that's about these two buildings. There's another building which is really important, and that is this one. It's the Mastery Hall. And so Mastery Hall gives you points as you keep upgrading it. This is one of the reasons why fuel is so scarce. You need to do a lot of boomers to get experience cards, which tomes, which help you level the lab up, the mastery building up. And when you select this, you will be given an option of choosing between combat and support. I would highly recommend support. And the reason why is that it helps you grow really fast in Season 2. So these are the ones which I would want you to focus on. First is the yield boost for the cactuses, and get 5 out of 5 on this one as soon as possible. Then the second is the crystal refinement, which is again sapphire output. You could ignore some of the things where I have put points. I kind of messed up a bit, but these are the two that you want to go get leveled up as soon as possible. And then keep leveling it up, keep scoring, mastery points. Don't use it on anything until you reach this one. This one is the virus resistance, which gives you +1 for, at each level for each virus lab upgrade. So this is huge. This is massive. So prioritize getting this to 5 as soon as possible. And that's pretty much it. Another thing that's, I think, kind of important, or rather quite important, is this one, wartime investment. So not to encourage spending, but this is one of the things that would really, really help you out in this season. And this is a weekly purchase, but if you purchase it 4 times, then it becomes permanent. So what it gives you is, besides the daily supplies, you get a 5+5 tile cap, and the plus 20% output, which is great. And this one, I think, is one of the most important ones, that tile abandon cooldown minus 15 minutes. So if you have this and you want to get rid of, for example, like a cactus tile, it takes you 10 seconds. And without this, it takes you 15 minutes, which is insane. So I would highly recommend you get this one. And also, of course, the virus resistance is great. And then you have the season journey, which is up to you. I would say this is also pretty good because it lasts for the entire season. The thing lasts for 73 days, and that's like the duration of the entire Season 2. So This is up to you. I would recommend, but this is an absolute must if you want to get ahead fast in season 2. And I think that's pretty much it. Keep an eye out on your buildings, and try to keep them around the same level, and also land agency, and drop tiles and pick up the alternate tiles as you see fit in order to get to the next upgrade or landmark. And conserve fuel, and that's pretty much it. I wish you all the best, and if you are on server 149, feel free to write to me if you have any other questions. All right, guys, good luck.